Hello there, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is A Train 9 version 3. So, I've been building away quite merrily while you've been out and about. Let's unpause and slow things down a little. And the first thing that you're going to notice is we have got ourselves some vehicular friends. Let's just follow one of those around, shall we? Where are we? Train window. There we go. Oh, a bit on the rapido side. So, right now, what we're focusing on is growing the 3 districts that we've got. I'm almost ready to expand, but at present I'm working on the 3 districts that are kind of already in place to maximise the train revenue that's coming from those. Now, if you tuned in last time, you'll know that I'd got an underground storage depot for goods set up at our 3rd district, and we're still supplying that heavily with the train. Now, the demand for goods is not quite as high at our other 2 districts, so rather than cut them off entirely, what I started doing was I started out by sending the train out to those other districts on an occasional basis. We're going to have a bird's eye view look in a sec. But I decided that instead, what would be better, and thanks to a comment by... seriously, I really ought to write people's names down. Thanks to a comment received, I've set up truck routes to supply the 2 original districts, just to keep them ticking over as far as gaining more goods is concerned. That way, it trickles up at such a rate that from time to time it will expand. So if we quit this train window here, see him trundling off into the distance, and he's heading up here to, I guess you could call this, it's District 1, is this maybe? Well, actually the station will probably tell us. Station 1, yeah, okay, so this is District 1 effectively. And as you can see, it's got a few goods in there, but certainly nothing enormous. If we have a look at the train as it pulls out, as it will do any moment, it's doing a good job at making us money, this side of things. So taking 3,200 people back to District 2. So we're running basically point to point between Districts 1 and 2 and Districts 2 and 3 right now. As he pulls into District 2. There we go, and they'll hang around for an hour and then come back again. But look at these these numbers, right? So 2,000 in terms of costs incurred, 7,500 in terms of the revenue generated, and that's fine. I mean, we'd like a little bit more, and I'm going to do a bit of work while you're watching today to try and drive those numbers up a bit. Now, our goods train is going to pass straight through District 2, heading out to District 3. So that's a good time to follow along here to see where he ends up. So District 3 has grown a fair bit, actually. It is using some of the resources that we're sending in, but it's not quite up to the scale of the other 2 just yet. Get the cursor out of the way. It is working reasonably effectively. Now, this goods train only operates on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this covers, well, I mean, it accomplishes 2 things. Firstly, it means that the goods depot that's underground at District 3, and I'll give you a reminder of that in a moment, it means that never overflows. We never get to the point where, or theoretically, right now, while it's still sort of actively growing, we don't get to the point where it's where we're bringing goods back with us, because that's, frankly, pretty wasteful. And it also means that there is plenty of goods still available from our factory that can be picked up by the trucks. Any more than that, and any more than just sending out 2 days a week, and the factory will run dry. And the upshot for our kind of goods vehicles is that they'll be running empty, and that doesn't do anybody any favours at all. So there we go. So he's made his run, 60,000 in terms of cost, 84,000 in terms of revenue. Now that number, the cost number will go up because obviously it's now going to sit still for a day. But this train is effectively working at a break-even point, and that's cool. It means that once in a while it makes good money, and that's That's all we really need from it at this point. So we go rolling out again. Let's break away. Okay, so this is District 2 here, which I'm sure you're relatively familiar with. And as you can see, it's only being supplied by trucks right now, and its supply depot is pretty full. So over time, that will fill up. Both trucks are running 4 days a week, again, in order to keep the factory operating at kind of peak performance. And once these top up to the point that somebody wants to expand, so one of these little houses maybe wants to turn into an apartment block or something like that, then there are the resources there to do it. So it's kind of a slow, controlled growth while maintaining a reasonable amount of profit is kind of what I'm aiming for at the moment. So let's head on over to District 3 here. And as you can see, you know, it's starting to take shape now. We're starting to get to the point that it, you know, we're taking 3,000 passengers out to head to District 2, and that's you know, that's pretty much spot on. Both these commuter trains obviously are running every day of the week. Train number 1, this one here, is just slightly more profitable than the other one. So let's have a quick, you know, if I just do a quick reminder of where I'd left that depot, actually. Faking the construction of another depot is probably the best way to go. Where are we? Press the right button, that helps. So there you go, you can see it just underground there. And we've just moved into Tuesday, so it's an on day for the goods train, which means that we might actually overflow today, which, okay, I was just saying how well organised I was, and clearly that's not the case. Assuming, of course, it makes another run. If it doesn't make another run today, then we're golden. No, there we go. Actually, it's only got a partial load anyway. Still got some work on timing to do here. Damn, I thought I'd got that sussed. Okay, well, it happens. Right, let's follow this truck that's on its way in now. Click the right menu, man. What's the matter with you? See if we've got I can't remember if there is a wait till full option. Right, what have we got? Materials, load and unload. Nope, load only. Action mode, stop and part. No, that's not it. Direction, no help there. I guess not. I guess there is no wait till full option in there. That's annoying. That's annoying. I must be really close to being to having that nailed. Okay, we can simplify things actually by having these guys only run during the day. Obviously, I had been operating when had been operating 24 hours a day, and we'd obviously got a surplus that needed picking up. Right. There we go. So load only. Yeah. Action mode, stop, departure time, that's the fella. We'll go from 9:30 PM with a 5-minute stop. Last run at, let's say, 8 PM. That'll do it. Okay, so this doesn't run on Mondays at the moment. The other one equally doesn't run on Mondays, and this is largely because I want the factory to have some time to recover over the course of the weekend. Right, we want to grab the other one on his way in. Where's he up to? Where is he up to? Look for the only thing on the roads. There we go, there we are. Right, smashing. Now, obviously, the rest of his timetable I don't need to interfere with. We'll wait until he's on the last branch here, and we'll set up similar instructions there. There we go. Right, so action mode, stop, departure time please, and we'll go with 9:30 for you as well, with a 5-minute stop. 9:30, and then a 5-minute stop, which should be enough for it to load, and then we'll go again 8 PM. So, you know, I mean, those guys are basically in service just to keep trickling the goods up to those other two districts. So if we fast forward ever such a little just to get through the night. There we go. 7 p.m. 7 a.m. even. Get as far as 9:30. Hopefully, the factory should kick off. Well, we're on a Wednesday, so that first one was left with one on board. The second one with nothing on board. That again, that's not ideal, but I think I've got it set up now so that they should there should be a surplus of material waiting in the factory. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it to make sure that it doesn't go excessive, so we don't end up with far more materials than we actually need being generated, or rather insufficient materials being picked up. And I can probably tweak that just by affecting the start and end times for these trucks, because you know they're taking 4 out at a time. I don't know. This is a try it and wait for it to be effective approach. So there you go. Come on, you've had your 5 minutes. Clear off. Get back to work. It's a Wednesday. You're working. What have I done there? Have I done something insane there? 9:30 to 9:30. Last run 8 p.m. Yes, we're not there. You do work on Wednesdays. What have I missed? Ah, no start. Ah, right. Okay, so we need to set a 5-minute stop. There we go. That will do it. Yeah, if you leave the wait time at 0, nothing will happen. Okay, right, so things are still moving, and what I wanted to do today was to drive a few more passengers to our stations, and the easiest way to do that is going to be to set up a bus route. Now, I've spent time putting bus routes together before in this game, and they've never been profitable. Now, I imagine part of that is me, being somewhat lackadaisical in terms of let's put a pull-in stop here if we can fit it. Somewhat relaxed in terms of being efficient. But equally, see, if I'd have thought about this earlier, I would not now be having to negotiate to try and fit the thing in. Let's go roadside instead. That should fit. There we go. Right outside the station. Okay. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to operate on a point-to-point basis during kind of peak hours. And I think, where's our this is kind of the most dense area that we've got. It doesn't have a handy loop at the end of it, which is less than ideal. Or maybe here. But again, see, you want a bit of road that you can loop around the end of. Let's keep it more simple than that. Let's lay it in here, which is opposite the station but on the wrong side. And if we're lucky, this will help us pick up some passengers. Right, let's try this out first. So let's buy ourselves a bus, and just a good low floor commuter bus will be good. I think we'll go for this bright yellow number. Okay. Right, let's place this in operation. And because it's running purely between 2 stops, I don't need to run one on the other side of the road. So I don't need to run a kind of a counterclockwise, anti-clockwise route. In fact, based on me having put him on the wrong side of the road, see, you would think, me being British, that I would know which side of the road this chap wanted to run on, but no. Okay, here we go. I'm so used to playing games where everything drives on the right. Go, we'll take a left here. And continue straight. Here we go. Right, we will stop at this one. We don't want to go 24 hours a day, so we'll make this the... No, we'll make the other one. This one can just stop, wait 15 minutes. And then everybody gets on and off. We'll go weekdays only. Anything else there I want to do? No, that will do it. Okay, so he's going to let everybody off. And then swing around at the end. Now, the big question here is, am I, am I trying to pick people up from far enough away? And I should be able to find that out simply by looking at the passenger numbers once we start running effectively. So we'll run from 7 a.m. through till, what should we say, 10 p.m. Start our last loop at 10 p.m. It's a little bit antisocial, but I'm trying to be profitable where possible, with a 15-minute wait. And we'll go weekdays only. Everybody get on, get off. That looks about right to me. So we go. So obviously, if it's outside of its operating hours, it's going to wait at this bus stop. Because, you know, shipping people around in the middle of the night, I might give it a go. I might try it out just to see what sort of numbers we get compared to daytime. Because obviously the costs associated with maintaining this bus still trickle up overnight. But if I'm carrying 1-2 people, then the additional costs of running it are going to outweigh any potential benefits from running over that extended time. If it's profitable, however, I'm more than happy to run it 24 hours a day. Where are we? 4 a.m. Let's just motor forward ever such a little. Get to the 7 a.m. kickoff point. And actually, I think, have we done everything we need to as far as... No, we've just got to do this junction here. There we go. Right, okay, right. It's now set up to go correctly. So we'll kill the timetable assistant and we'll... Right, we've got 112 people on board. Hey, that's not bad. Let's ride along with it, shall we? Those traffic lights are pretty savage. They are, you know, they're clearly not keen on you passing through. So, 112 people just got off and we made $7.66. I am not charging enough for tickets. 14 people got on board at, well, where are we? 8:30. This is not feeling like there's a lot of profit to be made, is it? Comes round to the other side. Drops everyone off. Again, another couple of quid made only. This is not feeling profitable to me. And look, we just got 112 people. I would expect those people to at least be paying $1 each to ride on my glorious air-conditioned bus. Evidently, the problem is not one of capacity. $16. No, that's not going to do it. That is not what we need. Okay, so in which case I'm going to hypothesize that the amount of money you make is put to the distance that things have run. So let's remove this bus. Let's get rid of that stop. You've removed the road as well. That's unhelpful. Actually, not that people really matter. I mean, the lack of AI traffic in this game is a bit of a pain, but well, it's just a bit of an immersion break, really. So we want to run in a as wide an arc as possible. So I guess that's over here. If we're talking, you know, how far can we get from the station? So let's put a couple of stops in. And again, this is, you know, this is largely experimental in nature. We'll put one down there, and then we'll have one over here. I might be better off just running one in total, but, you know, we might as well figure this out. Right, let's actually recognise that people in these places like to drive on the left. Let's start. Right. Oh, hold everything. If we've got a truck coming along here, we don't want to be blocking it, so we'll wait at the station because the trucks don't come down there. That's something I'll need to think about more in the future. Timetable assistant, please. Okay, stop for, let's say, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Weekdays only. Everybody on, everybody off. Now this is not going to be quite as quick a service, and obviously I can't have the kind of the interrogation window up at the same time. Okay, so we'll come into our second stop here by turning left. And again, we'll stop for 20 minutes. Everybody on, everybody off, weekdays only. Although, if I'm setting... So, my theory is to set a launch point. It is possible that it reaches over here at night on Friday, so it could tip into Saturday morning. So I'll set what I'll do is I'll set an earlier stop time on Friday. And hopefully that will resolve the problem. Okay, departure time. Let's start at 6 a.m. and we'll run 15-minute stops, and we'll send out our last journey of the day at 8:30. Sounds good. Weekdays only. Getting on, getting off. Trot on. Yep, straight. So again, I'm not confident about this. I have played with buses before, and I've never been able to get a compelling kind of, profitable service running. Certainly not one that offsets the costs of maintaining the stops, which are, that's not the cheapest thing in the world. Okay, good. Right, that's everything done there. So let's see what we're playing with. Well, we've made profit already. Let's sit in the train window while we... 135 versus $60. I am not going to get rich off this, but to be honest, that's not the point. The point is to drive a few extra passengers out in the direction of our station. Now, when I build future stations, I think what I'll do is I'll build a stop in such a way that that buses can actually rest up there at night without causing disruption to other road traffic. Something I should have thought of beforehand, but to be honest, I was going to avoid using buses, so, who knows? But, I mean, even, what are we looking at? 80 quid profit for the day? That's not too bad. Maybe if I ran 100,000 buses, then it would be worth talking about, but... I'd be surprised if we got beyond 50 or so. And I think there is a vehicle limit in the game of around 100 vehicles, or is it 100 routes, something like that. I can't quite remember. I think it's 100 vehicles, and I don't want to be wasting them on buses. So I think it's fairly safe to say that this is going to be profitable. Just as well we tried it two ways, but it's barely worth talking about. So this is now going to wait here until morning. Now, I could equally run one in the opposite direction, and I suspect the amount of money I made would be equal. I think the demand is going to be even no matter which way I go. And maybe I'll do that. Actually, yeah, I'm going to. Let's put one on going the other way. Confirm purchase. Place this on the road. There we go. Timetable assistant. Departure time. We leave at 6, and then we wait. What was it? 15 minutes? Was it? Or 20 minutes? I think I probably said 20 minutes, but let's go 15 on this one. And last departure at 8:30. Weekdays only. Where are we? We're on a Thursday. Good. I get the opportunity to actually set up all week. Continuous. Right. Let's rip through till morning. Watch those shadows go. Steady on. We don't need to go that fast. No, we want to go right this one, please. And then straight. And then stick in a 10-minute stop. We don't need to say weekdays only. We're just setting the launch time. The launch time is the only one that really matters. Turn right. Go straight. And straight. And stop and pick everybody up. let's get my left and right the right way around, and then right. And I suspect because we're running out of a main station, we should be absolutely dandy. Okay, right. Let's see if. Yep, my assertion is true. It's 112 passengers out each time. What'll be interesting is when we reach the end of the day, are they even on profit? Now, I noticed on that first run that let's think about this, the clockwise route. Yes, the clockwise route bus was getting held at a few more signals. So it could be at the end of the day, it doesn't quite make the same amount of cash. It's close though. It's definitely close. And I suspect actually that I think what this almost proves is there is a relationship between the distance travelled and the speed over which you have travelled that distance, because they're not exactly even. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for this time. Next time around, I'm going to expand into another district. I'm quite happy to leave these two buses running, but I'm not sold on them conceptually just yet. I think what I'll probably do is I'll use them almost sparingly to try and drive traffic up a little bit for our kind of passenger trains. But over time we'll probably get rid of them if we run short on trains that we can run, because obviously we will want to run as many trains as possible. Thank you very much for watching today. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll be back very soon with the next step. Kind of liking the way it's looking so far. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Cheerio.